Good morning.
Good morning.
What are you up to? What's the plan for breakfast?
I'm just going to try a fruit smoothie for breakfast.
Ooh.
Just to change it up a bit. That's normally my summer plan, is to have some sort of fruit, so yeah, just thought I'd try it.
Is that like a New Year's resolution thing or just...
Maybe. I'm not going to hold myself accountable just yet.
Hello and welcome back to Chateau de Bruges. We've had a lovely Christmas and a New Year back in the UK with family, so we're all refreshed, we're raring to go, and we've got lots of projects to be cracking on. We've had a good meeting yesterday, the three of us, and we walked around and talked about all the things that we want to do. So today we're going to focus on making a small change in the kitchen with some ideas that I put to the team yesterday, which they've agreed. So we're going to move a few cabinets around, get the fridge back into the two fridges in the kitchen, and get the kitchen reconfigured more for what we want it to be for the coming season. So that's the focus for today. So the idea in the kitchen that we're going to try and achieve today is that this whole unit across this wall here, and this unit sitting on top of the work surface, this is going to come off. That will allow us to take this whole section out. And then this 600 unit, which is on the end of the sink here, will go back into this corner, with this unit being put back on top. And then the 1200 that we've got here is going to come over to this side to form an L shape for the cooking area, and also a surface where we can take things from to serve the guests. So whoa, let's not get carried away. We're still going to have the hot pass section here, so this is going to be our hot pass. That side may be our cold pass, and for things that aren't hot food related. So don't panic Merlin, don't panic. There's some other jobs to be done in the kitchen as well. The window furniture needs to go back on. We've got a whiteboard that needs to go up. We've got a Christmas present that Danielle was given. Was made by my daughter's boyfriend Lewis. Made her, excuse the plates, made her this lovely brass wine glass holder. So that's going to be mounted above the draining area here. So when we've washed up the wine glasses, we can slide them on there and they can drain nicely without getting messes on their rims and things. So that needs to go on. The chandelier needs to be reconnected, so lots of little jobs just to finish off that area. So that's our focus today, and the whole team's going to be in here working on those.
So there you have it, that's the plan. The first thing to do was to move the existing kitchen cabinets from the fridge side of the kitchen over to the opposite side to provide not only more preparation space for the chef, but also to double as a makeshift breakfast bar for just us three while our guests enjoy their breakfasts in the dining room. The existing kitchen design offered the chef very little preparation space, with the nearest large worktop space being the opposite side of the kitchen. Not ideal when you're cooking for so many people every day. There was also a huge space in the middle of the room that was completely wasted, so the plan to move the cupboards was an exciting one. One we weren't really sure about until we saw it all come together. As you could probably tell, the existing solid granite worktops are pretty heavy, but with that job jobbed, we moved the drawer cabinet and the worktop cabinet back into the corner. It was time to bring the fridge in. Okay, so we've bought another fridge that Mum and Dad had at their house in England, which was unused. It was just in the garage, but it's a really good one. So it's a 70 fridge on one side and a 30 freezer on the other. It also allows us to have loads of ice cubes as well. And the reason we've now got two fridges was because we're going to have one for us and the food and drinks that we consume on a daily basis. It's a very chaotic video, isn't it?
Should turn that off. Can you cut that off?
Just cutting it short of the thing.
Yeah. Right, just washing the floor as well as you were talking.
So, go back to the fridge. We're going to have a fridge for us as a family, and then we're also going to have a guest fridge, so that will store all of the stuff that we need for dinners, breakfasts, lunches, etc, etc. So yeah, hopefully that will give us all the space that we need. We're just going to put this fridge back up against the wall, and then we've got another white cabinet that has been in the laundry room that is going to come and separate and divide the two fridges as well. So yeah, we'll crack on. Dad taking the request of keeping a clean workspace rather literally there, but rest assured it's all plumbed in and working properly now. Yeah.
And we have to spin it around. You can do that. Yeah, just down there, unless you can get all the way around. Nice. Put them down.
That was cold. No, the bars don't move on this side. It's all done within the window. Here's one I did earlier.
Hello, so I'm doing the well overdue flower vase that's in the dining room. So I'm just trying to cut some of they are fake flowers because it's so difficult to keep a lot of good flowers. So I'm just trying to cut some of the stems. But I think I'm getting there. Just got my one last white one here, but I think that looks lovely, don't you?
Right, okay, it's that time to add some silicone around the kitchen side. So I've got the side that goes around the hob. You can see I've taped it out, ready to go. And I've also done around the sink and around the sink sides as well. So got some silicone, gonna squat it in, get some messy hands, and yeah, come back when it's done.
Okay, so it's end of day one, and I feel like we've achieved a lot. We have broken down into each of the rooms that we need to properly finish off, and we've started in the kitchen. So as you can see behind me, we've got two new fridges, or I say one new fridge next to the old one, and a cabinet from the laundry room that were not so useful in there. So we've moved it into the kitchen for more storage. We've then taken out the cupboards that were here, cupboards in the worktop that were here, and we've now moved it to a cool, swanky new breakfast bar and cupboards for Graham cooking in the kitchen. And then we've put the roller cupboard back on top. Moving over to the fireplace and cooking area. We've siliconed, well, Jake has silicone edges just so no dirt and stuff can get down there, so that's nice and neat. And we are hopefully tomorrow going to pick up our hot pass area with worktops and cupboards, so that is to be continued. Sink area here again has been silicone just to neaten it up and make it all nice and clean, fresh for the summer. And we have our new glass rack which is up there, so that's really nice. And I think that's, sorry. Oh yeah, I can show you my flowers as well. I do think Brian got a photo, a video of me. Ta-da! It's my flower arrangement.
Beautiful.
I'm very happy.
Yeah, they look very full.
Yeah.
And great from all angles.
Voluptuous.
Right, signing off.
Over and out.
So, day 2, and we made the frosty drive down to Clermont-Ferrand to visit Ikea to fit out the rest of the kitchen for the busy summer table d'hôte season. Now, we're all for showing you everything we do at the chateau, but walking around a public place with a camera just doesn't yet sit right with us. So, you'll have to wait to see what we've bought.
So we've just got back from Ikea and we've bought a couple of cabinets and the worktop for the hot pass area in the kitchen. So we're just going to construct and erect those. Yeah, see how we get on.
Cool. Before you share any reservations about an IKEA kitchen, please wait until the end of the video, not only to see the final result, but to hear our justification of why we went for an IKEA kitchen over all of the other options. You'd think with the 4th time of doing this, you'd be seeing a very experienced, very fast working person. But instead,
I'm seeing Jake.
oh, excuse me, you're seeing a very bored individual who is still having to look at the instructions. That way round. Okay. We had a busy day of assembling and fitting the kitchen units together, and as you can see from the fading light outside, this was a later finish than normal. Still, we were super chuffed to have all of the units and drawers in by the end of the day. As expected, Merlin was beginning to get needy as he was missing out on his valuable cuddle time on the sofa. But we worked hard, and believe it or not, I worked quickly, and we managed to get all the drawers and doors on before it was time for Traitors on the TV. The next day was going to be a whole new challenge. We had to cut the worktop to fit around the magnificent fireplace. Not a very straightforward shape, but luckily Dad had pre-made and clearly labelled his stencil to make light work of the worktop.
Lovely.
With the rough shaped cut, it was the turn of the router to straighten up the edges and ensure a nice clean cut into the fireplace. To me, to you.
So after some fine tuning, the work surface is in. Very happy with how that's worked out. Jake has then siliconed around the edges, and we've installed this piece of lovely oak that we had already in the workshop. We've put that on there because that's going to be the pass-through area. So we have on order our stainless steel hot pass, which is going to sit on top of here, and that will allow me, when I've plated the food, to place that on the hot pass, and the lights that are in there will keep that warm until the guys come around and serve it to our guests. So very happy with how that's all gone. Much more functional space. Service.
Thank you, Chef.
That's not where the guests are.
Okay, so as I was standing in the kitchen, I've just noticed, it's completely unplanned, that when you stand this side of the kitchen, you can see all the white cabinets and cupboards, and that looks really modern, nice and fresh and clean. And then when you stand inside the kitchen and you look this way, you've got the contrast of the old cabinets with the like orangey wood colour. So I think that works really nice. It's like a two-tone kitchen without even trying. So yeah, looks good. Okay, so I wanted to clear up some of the reservations you may have about us putting an IKEA kitchen into the chateau. Now firstly, IKEA is very budget friendly, and actually we are on a very tight budget, so it made sense for us to do what we need to do now on our budget. Secondly, it was local and they are very quick with their turnaround. We were able to pick it up one day and install it the next. Some other companies that are possibly a little bit more expensive might not have had that quick turnaround and would have taken us a bit longer. Lastly, our business is developing, and it could be that one day this becomes more of a catering kitchen than a home cooked kitchen, so we wanted to keep it where we wanted it now. So I understand that some of you may still have your reservations, but I hope for now what we've just explained has cleared up some and why we've gone for IKEA.